So, I'm sure you've heard all the rave about this magical potion from Africa called Shebe. It's been very popular in the natural hair community. Lots of people are running out and buying their Chebe powder, and I've watched videos of women saying like, oh my god, like look at how Chebe has done such wonders and miracles in my hair in like 1 week. Well, I'm not one to just go for what people say. I'm gonna test something out for myself before I can be like, oh yes, let me jump on this bandwagon. You feel me? Before I even get to the heart and the meat of this video, I just want to say I get it. I get that as women, we are attached to our hair. It's something that, you know, society has said defined our beauty. So I get the desires to want to find something that will cause your hair to grow quickly and rapidly. I'm Michelle from Fine Natural Hair and Faith, and today I've come to share with you my thoughts and opinions on Shebe as used by the women in Chad from Africa. I have used 2 brands of Shebe from 2 different suppliers. I really shouldn't say brands, but they're from 2 different suppliers. One of them is from Grow Bomb, and this is the Shebe. It is mixed with coconut oil. I do not want to spill this, and it's hard for me to see, but I'm gonna get it. There it is. It's very liquidy. It's this is very messy because all it is Chebe powder mixed into coconut oil. The second brand of Shebe that I received was from Shebe Magic Shebe hair mask with castor oil and shea butter, a Chadian hair secret. This is what this jar looks like, and that is what the product looks like. As you can see, not messy at all, and that's because the Shebe is mixed with shea butter, a very thick butter, as well as the castor oil, and it's also infused with peppermint oil, so this smells really good. Let me give you a closer look at what it looks like. All those little brown particles you see is the Shebe powder. I'm going to start with first what I know you all want to know, and that is no, it does not. I do not care what you are seeing. Shebe is not growing your hair, and you know why? Because your hair grows from your scalp. You are not to put Shebe on your scalp because it can cause dandruff. That has been clear from the very beginning. The women in Chad do not put it on their scalp. What I believe is happening is not just the Shebe, but the oils in conjunction with water constantly being applied to the hair, and the hair being put in braids and not touching it for 7 days, 2 weeks on end. That is what's causing length retention. I do not think that the Shebe powder is miraculous in any way. I've been using it for over a month. I have the same amount of hair growth from my scalp as I did with length retention from my ends. I did not have a lot of breakage before using Shebe, and I do not have a lot of breakage afterwards. It doesn't completely cut out the breakage. I do not believe that. Maybe after 6 months, a year of using it, you might notice that your breakage is cut down if you've had a lot of breakage to begin with. So since I haven't, there's no way for me to really say at this point that the Shebe has strengthened my strands. I've used other things in my hair like henna, goat's milk, cassia, that also serve to strengthen the hair. And as far as I'm concerned, those Ayurvedic items are just as good at strengthening your strands as Shebe powder. As a matter of fact, they are also much cheaper. You will find various suppliers of Shebe selling it for upwards of like $40 for 8 ounces of the powder. I think that people are capitalizing on this Chebe powder, truly. Now the mask that I got from Chebe Magic, this was actually only $16.99. I'm not quite sure I understand why this is so much cheaper than buying the powder and you using your own oils and butters with it. To me, this makes it convenient, and usually when you want something, when you buy something for convenience, it's more money. But anyway, this is my first jar. It's almost done, and I did buy a second jar. Why? Because I committed to using the Chebe in my hair for at least 3 months before giving a definitive opinion on it. These are just my initial thoughts. I believe at this stage of the game where I have used Chebe for over a month, I believe that if you were to take and do the exact same thing with your hair, wearing it in plaits for 7 days, not touching your hair, wetting it, and just using plain shea butter with or any other oil or butter in your hair without the Chebe powder, I think you would be surprised to see that the results would be quite similar. You're not manipulating your hair. Low manipulation equals less breakage. You're moisturizing and sealing your hair. This is basically the LOC or LCO method with this Chebe powder associated with it. So without the Chebe powder, who's to say that your hair would not retain just as much length? When you have different things working together, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the fact that you're keeping your hair moisturized and sealed and not manipulating it for long periods of time. I wish I could kind of test that out, you know, like use Chebe on one side of my head with the butters and the oils and water, and just use straight butter and oil and water on this side, and just kind of, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if that's feasible for me to try or not. Maybe I will. You know, I try different hairstyles while I'm using Chebe, because typically you have to plait your hair. I don't think you have to plait your hair. I think you can use twist as well. The other claim that people made with Chebe is that it is anti-shrinkage. I have not experienced any less shrinkage than I do when I do my hair normally, for the exception of the fact that when I'm using the mask I showed you with the shea butter, it's adding weight to my hair. I am stretching my hair in braids, so of course it's less shrinkage. But if you were to work the Chebe through your hair, water, and don't braid it or anything, your hair is still going to shrink. It's not going to not shrink at all. That is the nature of natural hair. It shrinks. Again, I get why people want to say, you know, they want to receive this as this magic potion to grow your hair out, but there are no magic potions. Will I continue to use the Chebe? Absolutely. I committed to at least 3 months of it. I think that the product that I am using that has the shea butter and the peppermint oil and the castor oil in it is a great sealant and conditioner for the hair, even if there weren't any Chebe in it. I like it, and at $16.99 for that large jar, I think that's worth it. To use Chebe with coconut oil, I highly discourage it. And the reason being is, if you are someone who is sensitive to coconut oil being in your hair, other than when it's a pre-poo, which you would wash out shortly after, I experience such dry strands with the coconut oil infused Chebe powder. It just, my hair was really dry. My ends felt dry. Everything felt dry, and I don't get really dry hair. I think it was the coconut oil. Now, the women in Chad, I don't think they use coconut oil. I think they're using like beef tallow and ostrich butt or something. I don't know. I don't think they're using coconut oil. I don't think coconut oil is the best oil to use while you're using Chebe in your hair. So, do I encourage or discourage the use of Shebe? I don't do either. You can do whatever you want. I think that it's fine to try it. Test it out for yourself. Lots of women are raving about it. I just don't think that the reviews that you're hearing are complete. I'm not going to say they're inaccurate. I just don't think that they're complete, because there's no way you can say like, oh, this is doing such wonders to my hair in 1 week. Like, it's just not something. I think that you need to use it for a long period of time. These women in Chad, they have been using it for years. But even more impressive than that, it's a communal thing. They plait each other's hair, they're smoothing, they're moisturizing, they're sealing, and they are not manipulating their hair for extremely long periods of time. I think that is really what is allowing their hair to grow, because they're not breaking it off by styling it constantly. My hair right now is in, I guess is what you would call a braid out. This is not, I'm not going outside with this. I have been wearing my hair protected while it has Shebe. The reason it's out now is because I released the braids that I did have. I'm sorry, I had twists. I released those so that I could wash my hair. Right now, I don't think I have much powder left in my strands, because, you know, I've already taken the braids out, like I said, and I've separated a little bit, and I've fluffed some. If I have any powder, nah, yeah, I don't think there's much powder left at all. Might not be any. I would like to keep this video series going, because again, I've been using this over a month. However, I think in 3 months, I will have more to report to you. So over the next 2 months or so, I'm going to share with you more thoughts on how my hair is reacting to using the Shebe. Also, in my next video, I'm going to share with you, maybe not my next video, but in a pretty soon video, I will share with you some of the ways that you can style your hair when you are using Shebe in it. Because, you know, the fact that you get these gritty granules and they say, oh, you have to wear your hair in one plait. I get why your hair is braided with Shebe. It's because you want to hold it all in. But twists also hold your hair together. You may not get that anti-shrinkage thing with the twist that you get with the braids. But anyway, I have tested out how I've worn my hair so that the Shebe stays in it. And I will share that with you in a future video, some of the styles, okay? If you have any questions about Shebe, maybe that I haven't addressed, please leave them in the comment section below. I would love to get a dialogue going. I just don't like to see, you know, companies come and just try to monopolize and capitalize on things that have been working for others for years, but it's really not something that you know it can even work for you, because one, your lifestyle, two, how you choose to handle your hair on a daily basis, all of these things play out into how effective any product will be, as well as how much length you will retain. I just want to show you, my hair is growing. Hair grows. Hair grows anyway. Regardless if you never use Shebe in your life or anything, hair grows. Strengthening your hair so that it doesn't break and doing things like low manipulation is what also helps with length retention. Let me show you where my hair is right now. It's been growing all by itself before Shebe, and I had my hair cut in January of this year, so it's almost a year. My hair now is a little past about armpit length, depending on where you pull my hair from, because it grows in layers. There's many like lengths, but like you see, my hair is growing by itself. I'm not getting any extra length retention with the Shebe, but I will say is I'm getting great shine. Look at the shine. But you know what, y'all? There's shea butter mixed with it. Maybe the shea butter is causing the shine. You know, oils make your hair shiny too. So anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope I have shared with you what you would like to hear as far as, you know, does Shebe work? Is it causing your hair to grow? How it affects the hair? The fact that it doesn't go on your scalp. If I've missed anything, please let me know. I will cover it. Thank you for Thank you for watching this video. Have a very blessed day.